Liberals call it crony capitalism. Conservatives call it monopoly capitalism. They're two words for the same thing, and that is the act of the super rich and the big banks buying out our Congress and stealing our representation. And that is why I'm here, to get the money out of politics and to get people the representation that they need.
I'm here because I've spent too much time with school, educating myself further to better my situation in life. With everything that I've done, I feel I can't do anything with it. I can't go anywhere with it. It's not enough or it's too much. So I'm just tired, and I want change and I want difference. And I feel that this is the only way it's going to happen, is if we all stand up together and do it. So yeah, I'm the 99%.
I'm here to bring an end to corporate corruption of this country and their control over everything, and to bring an end to people having to educate themselves. We should be able to, everyone should know how fucked up this country is, how fucked up this world is, and to bring about love and a new way of life. That's why.
I am part of the 99% because I'm one of the millions of Americans who lives paycheck to paycheck. I'm part of the 99% because I'm busting my ass to go to school, and I'm not even sure if the education that I will get is going to be worth it because there's no jobs to be had. I am part of the 99% because I'm scared of what we are doing to our environment and what this world will look like for the generations to come.
Okay, I'm here today because I agree with the Wall Street declaration saying that we need to reduce corporate influence. And we don't have enough compassion in our corporate system. But that's a corporate system, so we're going to have to restructure the way corporations come together and base their principles, instead of the bottom line on profits, base these corporations on the human rights of the workers. And this is just the start of it. This Occupy Wall Street thing, I can see it as a movement, and I'm excited because it's a human rights movement. And I'm excited because they've gone back to the Declaration of Independence. And as I see it, the Declaration of Independence is our fundamental, substantive American document because it lays out several rights of individuals, and many of those rights are not found in the Constitution. We have never really looked carefully at what our fundamental rights are, but I can tell that those in New York realize that they have to move beyond the fundamental rights in the Bill of Rights. We have to start making a statement about economic rights, the right to work, for example, the right to survive, which should include basic health care. I'm very disappointed in Obama not going for universal health care. But if we really want to reduce as citizens, if we really want to reduce the corporate influence, we have to get them out of government, or at least most of their influence. The way to do that is simply to prohibit the private financing of public elections. Once we do that, we get rid of the influence of the lobbyists and the corporations to the extent that they now buy our politicians. And we have to eliminate the notion that a corporation gets the same rights as a person. Corporations are not persons, and human rights are only for humans.
If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. And what we've seen in the last 10 years in this country, slowly, the corporations have turned against us. They have sold out the American people. And they've been outsourcing jobs. We've moved the manufacturing out of the United States. This is why we have such a high unemployment rate. Then they've turned around and lobbied Congress to stop paying taxes so that they can move their money into offshore tax havens and no longer support the people or the communities where they originated from. Like GE paid 0 in U.S. taxes. They're the biggest U.S. corporation. And then we see bailouts. We've given hundreds of billions of dollars to these banks and corporations. And then we see them speak out against socialism. Socialism seems to be helping them. So we have privatized profits and socialized losses for the big banks. People are fed up. It's time to get together. It's time to make our voices heard. And yeah, let's do it.
My name's Guy. I'm a student at Santa Rosa Junior College, and just recently I've just become aware of everything that's gone around me and critically thinking about what I'm being told via the media, via the government, via whatever it is, and just, well, what's really going on? Is this really what's going on in the world around me? Is this something that I'm okay with? And just understanding basically that just the basic human connection between me and everybody around me. And the planet really itself, it's just one single organism, to me. And we won't survive. This is how long can we live like this, destroying the environment, killing each other? This is a country that manufactures indifference. I love Noam Chomsky. I've just gotten into him, and he has a great book and a movie called Manufacturing Consent, and I've just gotten into that, and it's just amazing how critical thinking skills aren't taught in our education system at all, and that's really, I think, how they control us, or I don't want to say control us, but that they keep dissident opinion, from ever springing up, because it's in the textbooks and the way they teach, it disengages students. Students are disempowered. We have to memorize and memorize and memorize, and learning and playing are basically the same thing to me. You gotta be able to nurture that creative spirit inside yourself, and that's where beauty comes from. That's where art comes from, where culture comes from, where amazing ideas, about how we can live as a society. I don't know. I'm still forming these ideas as I think about them. I'm reading Gandhi, and I'm reading about, Angela Davis, who's amazing. And there's a quote by Angela Davis, and it really struck me. And it said, we as people, as individuals, if we want to change things, we have to refuse to attribute any kind of permanency to what is, simply because it is. We have so much power, and just if we can collectively become aware, we can change things dramatically. And we just learn from our predecessors, learn from our brothers and sisters who fought for our rights that we enjoy today, and the unions who fought for our rights that we enjoy today in the 60s and 70s. And it's not that long ago, as a 23-year-old, and as people my age and younger, that's years away. But in the grand scope of things, that was yesterday, And there's just so much to learn there, and just, I don't know. And I'm still learning myself, and I'm just a naive college student who just kind of stumbled upon this passion of mine, and I'm nurturing it, and I want to, I just don't want to go to school and just do that, because that's one place for learning. Here, what we're doing right here as a community, this is another place for learning. This is a place where knowledge and creativity and just community gets, this is where it happens.